Hello, everybody. My name is Chung Shin. I'm going to talk to you today special message for Korean guys who speak English instead of a Korean language. Today's title is The Day the Sky Gate Open and the Future of the Korean People. Good morning. Thank you to everyone who attend this meeting. October 3rd is the day our ancestors opened the heavenly doors and brought us with the humanitarian ideology. You have heard of humanitarian people from your fathers. Then you know what Hongik humanitarian spirit is? Maybe you never heard about it. I think Korean knows about it. Love your neighbor like your body. Do you know this message? This is from Bibles. Love your neighbors like your body. This is the same meaning of humanitarian spirit. When did this tell us? About 2,000 years ago from the Bible. Then, when is the humanitarian ideology? You have to figure out when it is, but it was about 9,000 years ago. What motivated me to become interested in Korean history? This is because of French President Chirac. I was amazed at how the French president, when I first heard that Koreans are the only race in the world who have lived in peace 2,000 years without war, and because he respects the Korean people. That's what he said. I was amazed at how the French president, when I first heard that Koreans are the only race in the world who have lived in peace 2,000 years without war, and because he respects the Korean people. Then I started study ancient Korean history to find out about it. That's the truth that the start of 9,000 years ago with the humanitarian and the love of the neighbor like your body. 2,000 years ago, and the two truths have the same meaning, and even though those truths have been passed down for so long time, but how has humanity around the world changed? Never changed till 2,000 long time. Why has all mankind ever lived with such a marvelous truth instead of people killing each other? I'll give you an answer. So far, humanity has evolved through a social structure that's unchanged and competing each other. We are going to fly through the space, so we only achieved scientific and material civilization and the evolution of the body. Only the body, evolution of only the body. I would like to say that less conscious humanity has become the subject of devastating war, both spiritually and consciously. Unrealized humanity could not love its neighbors. The love that man has done has become a seed of tear in the story of the song, because he has been a selfish love, and he has not been able to live up to the fact that he knows the humanitarian image. Unconscious humanity has only ever made effort for its own benefit. The advent of artificial intelligence is the end of the evolution of a human body, and now is the beginning of the evolution of consciousness and spirituality. Now is the time for humanity to make a tremendous difference. If the world that comes from now does not act with the love of humanitarian and neighbors, it will be very difficult for business, politics, and society. Individually, it's going to be bad for you. The order of heaven is changing. The order of heaven is changing. The order of heaven is to practice truth of the humanitarian status and the love of your neighbor based on conscience. You just need to change your mind. Just change your mind. It's not a costly thing. You don't have to spend money. Just change your mind. If you change your mind, you will open up a peaceful future. If a working employee work for hourly money, it's a slavery. A dishwasher work for the person who uses the plate, and the delivery person work for the convenience for the person who ordered the goods, and the company employee work for the company's product. And if we work for the user, he or she is not a slave to the employer. The way we live is the practice of the humanitarian world that heaven wants, God wants, and the time for humanity to survive beyond artificial intelligence world is coming. In time for this changing, our Korean Identity Academy celebrated today. The identity of Korean is the spiritual spirit of humanity. It is a great mission that our ancestors gave to our descendants, and the idea that all mankind should help each other and live in peace with one another, especially Korean who shine in the history of American immigrant living with many people. God bless you. God bless you. I want you to memory this, listen a couple of times, and you should understand what kind of Korean identity. Korean identity is same as written Bible. You should love your neighbors like your body, and humanitarian, spiritual. Our descendant, our ancestor gave us this ideology. Please remember this. Thank you. Have a good day.